They fall short, as we're going to see a 1st and 10 here for the Rams at the 35.
Trotwood-Madison, great field position. So they try and get on the scoreboard. They'll start their own 35-yard line. Junior signal caller Dallas Shahi under center for Trotwood-Madison. Quarterback, a junior, 5'11", 205. First play in motion goes to Aaron Howard. Snap, and it's a give. And a tackle, a nice tackle for loss. Made by number 21, John Daniel Davis, the 6-foot senior. So the Rams go backwards on their first play from scrimmage. And this is going to be the key to this game. Both lines, I mean, there's size on both sides of the football. This game's going to be one at the front.
I mean, you just see it with both of these teams. You don't expect it to be a high school game. As you just look at the lines, they're both standing tall. A 6'8" left tackle on both sides. All their offensive line over 6 foot.
The snap, Shahi will look right, pass complete to De'Aaron Howard, who goes out of bounds. First completion for Shahi. The Rams go forward now, looking about a 3rd down and 5. Some new faces on this defensive line for Cleveland Heights. Jameel Ham, the 6'3" senior, transferring from Glenville into the Cleveland Heights district for his senior year. Ham committed to play at Miami of Ohio next season. And the snap, it's a give. Little RPO and pass caught by Xavier Millerton. Millerton tripped up and goes down, but Trotwood-Madison converts, and they're across midfield.
Beautiful read by the QB there to just find his open man on a quick slant route to able to get downfield and convert the 1st down as well. Beautiful play.
Trotwood-Madison looked like a little RPO there. They found their guy over the middle. Elijah Harris making the tackle. Potentially a touchdown saving tackle too. Millerton. That's some space. Dalen Dennis, the running back in the backfield. They give to Dennis. Dennis cuts to the outside. Dennis moves forward for a pickup of 9 yards. So the Rams set up now for 2nd down and short. Second down and 1. Cleveland Heights up 6-0, scoring on their first possession of this ball game. Got some heavy personnel here in Stroud. Goes in motion. The snap, they give to Dennis. Dennis finds a hole and is brought down. A nice tackle. Wrapping up at the legs.
1st down is called by the sidelines on the halfback counter. Good read there to just push for that 1 yard.
So Dennis able to push through for a 1st down. A couple of big plays. Some good methodical runs. Pushing the Rams. Looking to match the Tigers, who scored a touchdown on their opening possession. Marquise Davis went in.
It's going to be a timeout for Cleveland Heights.
Cleveland Heights. Max Stevens saw something he didn't like.
Definitely agree with you there. I mean, you saw him. He was the first one on that field, and he almost threw his headset on the ground in anger. Something was wrong. I saw a couple players in the midfield in motion last second. And good call by head coach Max Stevens with a very good career here at Cleveland Heights to make the call early on.
Without a doubt, Max Stevens. We were just mentioning 65 and 31 all time. Max Stevens been the head coach here since 2015. Max Stevens, this is a guy that really has implemented the culture here at Cleveland Heights that has allowed them to excel on and off the football field. A guy that cares for his players like no other coach. I mean, this is a coach that's driving players to college visits, helping these kids get recruited. Max Stevens, without a doubt, one of the best to do it in all the state of Ohio. Max Stevens' defense. Talked about Henry Perryman leading the way for them. This defense last year that was swarming had 32 picks. Perryman last season, just still a junior this year though, led the way for them. 24 tackles, 6 interceptions, and a team leading 14 pass breakups.
That is the second guy for Cleveland Heights football that has had to exit the game due to equipment issues, being too high up on their legs. We'll see if this affects them later on the season. You can tell it's that week 1 kink.
She in the shotgun. In motion goes Howard. They throw to Howard, pass just a little bit short. Screaming in on the coverage for Cleveland Heights, Laren Armstrong, the 5'11 senior. So now Trotwood backed up for a second and long, 7:42 to play in their first quarter.
Attention fans, make sure you purchase a 50-50 raffle ticket to support the Cleveland Heights.
Matt could not have asked for better weather here at the corner of Cedar and Lee. Really the place to be for week 1 of Friday Night Heights edition.
It's all you can ask for. No wind, beautiful skies. It screams high school football, and I can't wait for this one to be full and wrap.
Millerton goes in motion, and it's a give. Ball given to Cam Martinez. Martinez, his first carry of the game, goes forward.
Good read by the defensive line. Sandell Jackson there to hold down the tackle. Moving over from the D-tackle position to get that one down to make a 3rd down.
Sandell Jackson, one of 4 captains for this Heights team. Sandell Jackson, 6'8", 340. On defense, you see him playing inside. On offense, plays left tackle. Max Stevens, really happy about the progression of this offensive line, and how could you not be with the size of these guys? Max Stevens said they're much improved, and all of them, they average 300 pounds. See a nice pressure there. Up front, Shaheed forced to just throw the ball away, and now likely we'll see the Rams just go for it. Too far out to attempt a field goal.
Good pressure by John Johnson on the defensive side to able to get to him quick, have him to throw out of bounds. You saw Jalen Ward Effinger try to go for the pick, but he was able to get that one out of bounds last second. And as Brendan said here, we're seeing a 4th down.
So these 4th down plays very popular in high school football, especially when you're deep in opponent territory. 4th down and 8, this one a little bit longer though. Shaheen in the backfield alongside Darren Howard. They'll throw, and that one incomplete. So a drive that saw a nice completion over the middle to Xavier Millerton that set them up in a good spot. The Tigers force turnover.
I mean, that's something that you're going to ask for on your first drive. They were a little bit rocky at the start. You saw some rushes that they were able to sneak through for the Rams and Trotwood-Madison, but to able to calm down, able to shut down that offense and cause a turnover early on here in the first quarter is a beautiful play by the Tigers. We'll see if they can take advantage of this, though, on the offensive side of the ball.
Without a doubt. Tigers just 1 drive so far. As you saw, a 15-yard penalty on a face mask. Got them across midfield, and then who else but Marquise Davis puts it in the back of the end zone. Tigers 4 receivers out wide. Davis in the backfield. Cobble receives the snap. Gives to Davis. Davis breaks a few tackles. Davis still going forward. Davis looks like he's just barely short of the 1st down, but a pickup of 9.
I mean, you just see it there, the creativity in the backfield. You saw it a lot last year with the triple options. A lot of wide receivers and tight ends in motion to trick the defense, and they still know Davis is coming, and he's still able to break through, break some tackles, and get 9 yards on the play.
And Marquise Davis, this is a guy that really needs no introduction in Northeast Ohio, but we'll give him an introduction anyhow. Davis committed in the offseason to the University of Kentucky, a big-time SEC school. Davis last season, 2,405 all-purpose yards, 8.8 yards per carry, 34 touchdowns. And he also plays defense. At linebacker last season, Marquise Davis, 91 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 4 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and a pick 6.
And that's just something you don't see as he gets the ball again.
There's Davis up the middle. Davis finally getting tackled, ruled down though. Looks like his knee touched after a pick of about 5 yards.
While we were also talking about Davis, also Amir Atkins with a beautiful read to get the first down. Quick pass just to get the chains moving here, trying to get closer to midfield.
Amir Atkins is a guy I expect to see him a lot in the passing game. Heights high. Their number 1 receiver a season ago. Amir Atkins, the junior last year, led the team receiving, had 11 catches, 154 yards, and 4 total touchdowns. Led in all 3 of those categories receiving. Gobbled to snap they give to Davis. Davis cutting to the outside. He has some space. A stiff arm and dragged down. A nice tackle made, though, by Jamal Clark. Davis just sort of the sticks. So it'll be a 3rd and short for the Tigers. Last season for this Tigers team, we saw with Lamar Lakes under center, a guy that had a lot of mobility. Saw a lot of triple option out of the Tigers. With Lakes now this year, though, just 2 drives in with Godbolt under center, we're seeing a lot more spread offense. Godbolt has the ability to pass the ball well. So expect maybe a more heavy, I wouldn't say air raid, but more heavy passing offense for the Tigers. It's Marquise Davis dragged down. A nice tackle made. Jamal Clark again in on the stop for the Rams.
Leo Boykin also able to get through his offensive pairing on the line, able to sneak through and cause a very rare Marquise Davis tackle for loss there, as it looks like we'll see a quick change here of the punting formation.
It looks like we'll get the punt unit out. Marquise Davis will be the one doing the punting.
I mean, we saw he was listed as the backup punter for the 2 deep here, and we were wondering if he was going to come out. I mean, they always say he's the man to do it all, so why not?
Davis gets the punt off. This one will be fair caught around the 27-yard line. Fair catch made by Jamal Clark. For the Tigers on their 2nd drive. Gets stalled, a nice tackle for loss made by a plethora of Rams. Stopping that drive for the Tigers. 3:42 remaining here in the 1st quarter alongside Matt Lyons. I'm Brendan Kantz. Had some little technical difficulties getting this game going, but now we're underway, and it's awesome to be here.
It's a beautiful day coming in down the road, and like he said, on Cedar and Lee coming down. It's Tiger football season here with Tiger Nation. Can't wait to see what happens here as we see the Heights on defense right now.
Tigers on defense, Dal Shahee in the shotgun, the snap. A play fake pass caught and immediately met. De'Aaron Howard, the tackle made by Henry Perryman, a guy we mentioned. See him all over the field, immediately read that. And no room at all to run. Perryman, a tackle for loss.
I mean, you also saw it too, as Shahee also got rushed as well on the play. John Johnson again with another QB hurry. That's back-to-back plays for him. Someone to keep out for on the defensive side as we now see a 2nd and long.
Man, John Johnson been all over the field to start this football game. We talked earlier about the size of this offensive line, the defensive line. Some of the guys play offensive line, also play defensive line, but also some different names. Jaquan Stubbs, a big man up front. Jaquan Stubbs, defensive lineman, 6'6", 249. Also plays offensive line, committed to Minnesota, following in Coach Stevens' footsteps where he played. And one word to describe Stubbs is just pure athlete. See Shahee rolling left, pass over the shoulder, lots of grabbing, no flag thrown. In on the coverage for Cleveland Heights is number 34. Raymond Small Jr., the sophomore in coverage.
Good defensive breakup there. As we saw again, Shahee was getting rushed again, and who else but Marquise Davis there, inches away from trying to get a tip off. This defense has been swarming them on this drive. We'll see if they do it again, because I would expect another air raid pass coming from the Rams.
Cleveland Heights defense runs a base 4-3. We see lots of different looks. A lot of guys that play interior D-line can also play off the edge. Dalen Dennis in the backfield, 4 receiver spread. In motion goes Howard. The snap, Shahi drops back, immediately pressured, and that pass just to nobody. And Trotwood will punt 4th and 13. In their own end, nothing you can do here. Punt this ball away.
Yeah, definitely so. Good defensive efforts here to get the 3 and out. It's going to be a short punt defense. It looks like Henry Perryman will be back deep for the return. Punting looks to be number 26, John Warren.
The snap, Warren will punt it away. That one blocked. And immediately down, we'll see who's on top of it. Either way, great field position for Heights. And that punt, blocked by Simon Williams. The junior, he comes off the field pumped up, and Cleveland Heights in great position to go into the end zone again.
Especially, too, as we saw, as Trotwood-Madison was able to block the extra point and on a bad snap, we see Tigers are able to return the favor there, block a punt, put themselves in the red zone here for a great opportunity to expand this lead to double digits.
Matt, as a former football player yourself, you know the importance of special teams. And we saw here last year games that were decided on special teams plays. And Max Stevens prides himself in that. And already, really one of the best special teams plays you can get, a blocked punt, especially deep in your own territory, getting the block. Now you're set up for another score.
Especially, too, you look at the special teams coming in for the Heights. Davis is punting. On the kicking side, you're going to see Harrison Williams, so it's good to see that effort on the trickery.
Outside, Perryman cutting almost into the end zone, a big hit made by Darius Dennis. But Perryman came around the outside. Tigers now down at the 3. Looked like a penalty on the play, though. Might be holding going against the Tigers.
We'll see. There was a little bit of creativity there. I don't know if you saw that one, Brendan, where it looked like it was an end around. Halfback took the ball, passed it over to the wide receiver, Perryman, and he took it almost to the house on the first play of the drive. See what the refs are saying. Honestly, with all the movement in the backfield, it could be a legal formation.
Some great trickery. Sandell Jackson not happy with the call, so this one.
We have a dead ball, personal foul, number 77. Cleveland Heights, 15 yards from the end of the play.
Looks like they're just calling a general personal foul call here on Cleveland Heights. That's going to go on Sandell Jackson. Still a 1st and 10, though. But I believe the refs are going to confirm this one again.
That one, yep, against Sandell Jackson, the big left tackle. So that erases the trick play that went for positive yards. So now Cleveland Heights will line up once again, 1st down and 10 from about the 17-yard line. Marquise Davis in the backfield. The snap, it's a give to Davis. He goes up the middle and immediately brought down, penetrating through, was number 54, Jamarcus Weiss. Helmet came off, so he's got to go off the field. That means Jamarcus Weiss, arguably the best player on this defense for the Rams. Weiss, defensive line, a 4-star in the state of Ohio. Got offers from pretty much everywhere. Notre Dame, the big one, got SEC offers. Also, his younger brother, Jameer, just a freshman, a part of this defensive line, also has Division I offers. The snap, Davis tries to get through, could not find a hole. Looks like Murray Henderson, the senior linebacker for the Rams, making the stop. So now we see Tigers operating a 3rd down and long.
I mean, you've been seeing it with the Rams. They're playing stuff with blitz-heavy defensive styles here as they've just been trying to eliminate Davis's success here. We'll see what can happen with Godbold on this play.
Godbold will drop back, and he's sacked and fumbles the ball. Flag called, though. Jumping on it is the Rams, and still going there, finally tackled is number 55, Leo Boykin. The defensive line, we'll see what the flag is, though. As of right now, looks like the ruling is a fumble recovered by the Rams.
Looking at it, though, I believe this one's going to be coming back. I think it looked like it was a late hit. Goddard, yes, was going down, and he was the ball was already out, and someone came in trying to get the assist sack as well. We'll see what the officials call here, though.
This one definitely looking it'll go in the favor of Cleveland Heights. The offensive personnel is still on the field, and that flag thrown in the backfield right when Godbolt got tackled. It's Cleveland Heights marching up. This one will go against Trotwood-Madison. So they continue to march up.
And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. I believe it was a defensive holding on the end of the return.
During the run, personal foul, face mask on the defense. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. Repeat, third down.
So penalty is a face mask. Third down will be repeated. Although the Tigers now set up in a 3rd and 1.
Big play here. This is where big moments come in, especially for Davis. 3rd and short.
Amir Atkins in the shotgun, and the fumble botched and still on loose and picked up by Trotwood-Madison. Looks like Xavier Millerton was the first one on it.
Flags are down, though.
Unless they... We'll see who recovered.
Believe it was handled by a couple players. It looked like Jamarcus Weiss was there, but it also looked like Xavier Middleton was there. We'll wait and see the official calling again here.
Heights, in fact, recovering the football. So it looked like a read option that was just juggled between Amir Atkins, the receiver who was under center that time, in the shotgun, between him and Marquise Davis. So Heights stays on it now. A 4th and 6. Godbolt back in the game. He'll drop back the pass, throws outside, but not before Leo Boykin, who's been all over the field, gets his big paws up and bats that one down. Pass intended for Marquise Davis. So back-to-back turnovers, and the Rams get the ball back.
I mean, that's what you got to do if you're the Rams there on the defensive side. You resulted in a 3 and out and then proceeded to get the turnover there to able to shut this one down. Beautiful read. We know I was thinking this here, Brandon, looking at our players to watch on the defensive side. Didn't expect it to see Leo Boykin coming in here, but he's definitely been a player of change here, causing some significant impacts for the Rams.
Leo Boykin has been all over the field, offensive and defensive line. You saw him there at D-line, 6'1", 220 senior. Program. This Trotwood-Madison team, 7 players being recruited Division I. A very historical program in the state of Ohio. Division III powerhouse last season. Trotwood-Madison 9-3 advanced to the 2nd round playoffs where they lost. In this school, 2011, 2017, and 2019 Division III state champs. First play, a carry. So Marquise Davis immediately back in the game on the defensive side of the ball, making the tackle. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play at Cleveland Heights. The Tigers lead the Rams 6-0.
Rams 0. Once again, attention fans, make sure you purchase a 50/50.
I mean, just looking at this first quarter performance here, obviously this is both teams' first games of the season. You're still getting those first game jitters out, especially for the Tigers' first home game of the season as well. So you're just trying to take a deep breath and get through the game, and you can kind of see it. You saw it with the extra point. You saw it with the punt. You saw it kind of on those conversions. Both teams have been struggling in the offensive pocket. It's been a defensive-heavy game. And in the first 12 minutes, we saw what Marquise Davis does best and gotten the touchdown in the first 90 seconds. But reality hits on both sides for the Tigers and Rams. We'll see what both sides can do here heading into the second quarter, with it still being a one-possession game.
Say a sloppy first quarter of football, but like you said, just those first game jitters. That adjustment period, it seems like a lot of the mistakes being made are communication-wise, which is what you see earlier in the season in football, and these are things that'll be solved as we keep going further and further into the season. But Tigers leading 6-0. Marquise Davis, the big rushing touchdown there. Trotwood, Shahi stepping back, hit. Pass seems to be caught. A nice catch there made by Deontay Golson.
Good read there overall, especially too. That one was an escape in the pocket, trying to get a read there. Golson able to read the low pass coming in to call chains get moved there early on here.
So both teams been dropping back and passing the ball a fair amount, something we didn't see a whole lot last year, especially from the Tigers. We see trips on the near side of the screen. Under center, Shahi. He'll pitch it to the running back, Dennis, who gets to the outside and is brought down.
Good read by Elijah Harris to get the tackle.
Elijah Harris in on the stop. Looks like now about a 2nd and 6 for Trotwood-Madison. Armani Rogers, another player to watch on this offense. Rogers, a wide receiver. He's got offers from 5 MAC schools.
Another guy to watch out for is a guy's name we're probably not going to bring up is Jameel Atkins, standing on the left tackle, holding down the blind side, standing at 6'8" as well. Also committed to play at Kentucky. We'll see what he'll be able to do as well.
In motion goes Howard. The snap and rolling left is Shahi. Hands in his face, though, just throws it up. An incomplete pass intended for Xavier Millerton. Another strong pass rush for the Tigers.
Given the credit there, it looked like it was Jameel Ham able to shut that one down. Good performance by him. Just put his hands up and get the rejection there.
Mentioned earlier, Ham in his first year at Cleveland Heights, which will also be his last year. Ham, a senior, coming in from Glenville High School. Glenville, another known powerhouse football school in Northeast Ohio. Ham already making his presence known in his first game as a Tiger. Third down and 6. See a shotgun look 4 wide for the Rams. Shahi gets the snap. Play action over the middle. Pass broken up. That pass intended for Millerton. A nice pass break up for Raymond Small Jr., just a sophomore who he's already made a few plays on defense early in this one.
Definitely so. I mean, as Brendan said, you've got a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball that we've said that are pretty strong names, as we already have said, Jameel Ham. And you just hear these smaller names, ironically, in Raymond Small, who are definitely going to be stepping up. We're going to see it a lot later in the season, as well as in their careers as Tigers.
So John Warren back out to punt. Warren's punt gets it away. This one up in the air, though, a flag called.
Yeah, unfortunately, they got to the kicker, or punter, excuse me, and hit him down pretty hard after the punt. I believe that's going to be on Jaquan Stubbs for the flag, so that one is going to be coming back.
During the kick, personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Just a killer for the Tigers.
Yeah.
And we talk about special teams. A few special teams blunders on both sides of the ball. Stubbs making contact with the kicker, Warren, 15-yarder. So Trotwood-Madison, after getting a first down and then being forced to punt, and now a ball right back in their hands as a result of the flag and close to midfield.
I mean, you did see Perryman and Anderson in the backfield for the return. Cleveland Heights does that dual punt returners, and they both didn't even try to go for the ball. They just looked ahead, and they knew it was coming back. There was no point in even trying. We'll see the Rams as they stand at around the 50-yard line trying to get some revenge here for hitting the punter.
So he looks like there was some movement.
Believe that was on the wide receiver.
On the line, so it will be a false start.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
I was going to say, it looked like, once again, that miscommunication coming into effect, maybe wrong snap. I saw someone on the line move. I saw a wide receiver move, and after that, the flag was on the ground.
So it moves back the Rams just 5 yards, first down at 15. They sit at the 41. The snap, Shahi drops back, immediately pressured and dropped and sacked by number 57, Jameel Ham.
Good read by him, able to get past his tackle. I don't know if you saw, he did a little swimming move there to get through, and now we have a 2nd and long here for the Rams, trying to get back from this deep hole from the penalty. We'll see what Millerton can do.
This front 7 for Cleveland Heights on defense, so fierce already. So many QB pressures. Shahi, not a lot of time to get the ball out. Trotwood trying to pass the ball, but not a lot of luck there. In motion once again, dropping back. Shahi, he'll throw over the middle. That one tipped at the defensive line. Looked like Jaquan Stubbs got a hand on it, or a fingertip on it. That one intended for Xavier Millerton, but incomplete. And now 3rd and very long, 3rd and 23 for the Rams.
Whether a fingertip or a hand, it still tipped it enough to get the stop, and he was proud of that one. I don't know if you saw Millerton. That was 3 yards behind him when he was running his simple drag route there.
So now Trotwood backed up into a 3rd and long. Able to keep the ball after the flag, now trying to avoid having to immediately punt again after. Shahi tries to scramble, throws on the run, pass caught and completed. Catch by Caden Cochran. But that one far short of the sticks. And it looks like John Warren will come right back out to punt the football.
I mean, good read by Shahi. I mean, you were in 3rd and long. It was 3rd and 23, so you're able to get a 15-yard pass to your wide receiver. So that's all you can ask for. We'll see what the special teams can do as Perryman's in the backfield.
So you see the completion there. Shahi once again pressure. That time, though, does a good job stepping up and scrambling, getting that throw on the run. A nice completion, just not enough for the 1st down. So we'll see Warren punt this ball away. Nice punt. Perryman will catch it. Perryman, a nice move. A flag called, though.
Looked like that's going to be holding on Heights, but we'll double-check that one. I believe he got an arm.
So another special teams penalties. We wait to confirm the call. Looks like it will go against the Tigers, like you said, Matt. But it seems like every special teams play, there's been a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens as, you know, the season goes on. It's just those first week jitters. You've seen a couple kicks go out of bounds. You've seen punters being hit, blocked extra points, and now on this one we see on the return, our first return. We'll see what happens here.
On the receiving team, we'll be going half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
So illegal block in the back, the call. Those Tigers will set up shop, which seems to be around their own 9-yard line. 8:13 to go in the 2nd quarter of play. Tigers leading 6-0. Godbolt and Davis in the backfield. 3 receivers spread wide. The snap to Godbolt to give to Davis. Davis finds a seam up the middle. Davis to the outside, just past the 20, still going, slips and goes out of bounds.
Talk about a read. I don't know if you saw that. He was able to find his left guard and left tackle. Were able to create a bubble, and Davis took it and took advantage to move the chains, get them outside of their end zone. So now it's a bit more comfortable for a 1st and 10.
Marquise Davis trying to find a good rhythm. This Trotwood-Madison defense had a nice few TFLs. The last 2 offensive possessions for the Tigers, causing stops. The snap, another give to Davis. Davis trying to get to the outside and brought down. The play made by Kamari Henderson, the linebacker. That one looked like it went down for about a loss of 1. Clock continues to tick. This game moving at a pretty fast pace.
I mean, always a good thing, but also, too, that means that the game ends a bit earlier in the night. We'll see what happens here, 2nd and long for the Tigers.
Godbolt drops back to throw. Pressure in his face, steps up in the pocket, shuffles it to Atkins, who makes the catch. Making something out of nothing there. As Godbolt was going down, flipping it. A nice completion, but only a gain of 1 yard, if that.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that one, able to get the flick pass over on the shovel, able to get a couple yards, stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run here as we're almost halfway through the second quarter, and we've got a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10. The snap, gobble play action. He looks deep, going over to Atkins, and that ball intercepted at the 50-yard line. Intercepted Mike Keith Jr., the sophomore defensive back in Trotwood-Madison. Forces the turnover and will take over at the 50.
Talk about a beautiful throw, but just talk about a beautiful read there. And he jumped on that one, able to dive out, and just why not go for it? And now they get a turnover, as you guys are seeing. Able to grab that one, and he knew it, that he got a gem there. Put that one in the highlight reel for him.
And a nice grab made by Keith Jr. Being able to read that one. Not a bad ball, just slightly underthrown to Amir Atkins. Trotwood-Madison just at about the 50.
Looks like the Rams are going to call their first timeout just to make sure everything's good. Got some good positioning due to the interception. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. I mean, why not just have Jeff Graham as the head coach for the Rams, just make sure everything looks good before they go on this offensive drive.
Trotwood-Madison looking to get on the board for the first time in this game and in the season. Trotwood-Madison, they've had a few good plays, just kind of missing some bigger chunk plays. Haven't been able to sustain drives. Mostly testament to this Cleveland Heights defense so far, but now with good field position, we'll see if that changes.
Yeah, and especially, too, I think this one's more of a take a deep breath and relax. I mean, as I said, it's the beginning of the year, and whenever you have your sophomore defensive back jump on a play like that, like Mike Keith Jr. did, your team is definitely energized and just wants to go out there, so there might be a bit more aggressive. So I bet you just Coach Graham is just saying, it's okay, it was a great play, so let's just build on it instead of just being aggressive.
Without a doubt, this defensive line for the Tigers so far been the biggest point of emphasis, the biggest bright spot so far through 1.5 quarters in Cleveland Heights. They look to get another stop. Then Madison goes, in motion goes Millerton, and the snap mishandled, fumbled. Looks like the Rams are on it though. A miscommunication after the snap will back them up about 5 yards.
Possession remains with the Rams, however. Also for on the play, 2nd down and 14.
So 2nd down and 14. Trotwood-Madison lucky to hop back on that football. They retain it, however. They now show 4 wide. The snap to Shahi. He'll roll right, pressure in his face, throw complete, and tackled out of bounds. A nice grab, though, by Darian Howard. Sets him up for a 3rd down and long.
I've been kind of seeing this, too. They tend to run that trips, and then 2 of them go on streak routes, and one of them just kind of runs that out route to get down the field a little bit. It's been very effective on the longer plays, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. So hopefully they're able to do it on plays like this where it's a bit more doable. But obviously we've seen Shahi. He's put some good passes together, but he hasn't been able to show it on the scoreboard yet.
Once again, set up in a 3rd down along the Rams. Cleveland Heights showing 3 defensive linemen. The snap to Shahi. They send a blitz. That one caught, but immediately tackled. Play made for the Tigers by number 7. Jalen Ward Effinger. The clock continues to tick, and John Warren Jr. comes out. Another drive where the Rams come up with nothing.
Perryman on the far side. On the near side, you're going to see Elijah Harris here on the punt return. We'll see what they're able to do here on the special teams play.
Elijah Harris, just a freshman. That punt straight up. Perryman will signal for a fair catch and take it at around the 20-yard line.
That's all you can do. I mean, you saw it on that play. He just went for the trying to get it out quick because I don't know if you saw he was getting rushed, and that's what resulted with the sky punt. We'll see what he can do here with 5 minutes of play.
It's nice to see Elijah Harris on the field a bunch of times making plays. Harris, just a freshman, the younger part of this team. And this is a Heights team that's very upper class heavy, lots of seniors. So getting him involved, crucial for the future. So Tigers in the same look. The snap, Godbolt give to Davis. Davis still on his feet. Davis finally brought down. Pickup of 6.
Rush on the play, number 1, Marquise Davis. Tackle made by number 2, Darius Dennis.
Darius Dennis coming up with the tackle. Marquise Davis a season ago won the 2023 Gatorade Ohio Football Player of the Year. The biggest honor he collected in what was a ton of high honors. Quick pass through the hands, caught by DeJuan Jones.
We'll move the chains on the play, which is what you can ask for.
Time winding down in the first half of action, 4:23 on the clock. First down and 10 at the Tiger zone 25. Snap, Gobble gives to Davis. He goes up the middle, and is Met still powering through, showing off that strength. But a herd of Rams able to take care of him.
Looks like they're going to call him down here at the 34-yard line for a gain of 4.
Marquise Davis, the runner-up for Mr. Football in the state of Ohio, perhaps. Now as a senior, the favorite for that award. Snap. They give again to Davis in the backfield, though. Davis sheds the tackle, sheds another tackle, still on his feet, still going, pushed, and enough for a first down. But the ball's loose. And we'll see at the end of the play, fumble, and the Rams seem to be taking over the football.
Yeah, Rams are definitely excited about this one. They're just going to make the argument if he's down or not. Flags were thrown. Rams are very confident in it, while the Tigers have yet to get off the field for the offense. They think he was down.
We await the official call here.
Inadvertent whistle on the play will replay the down.
So it's coming back. Inadvertent whistle cancels the play. You're seeing the replay of it where we saw the fumble come loose from Davis, but it's coming back anyway for a false alarm.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Darius Dennis obviously scooping up that football for the Rams after it was a Marquise Davis-esque carry. Shedding tackles, looked like he was going to be brought down for loss. Still powers through, but it doesn't matter. We'll redo second down at 6. Brought down in the backfield. Tackle made by Kamari Henderson.
A little different move in the backfield, giving Davis a breather here. I mean, after you fumble the ball, just give him a deep breath, give him a couple plays off before he goes back on.
Senior Marcellus Harris, the one getting that handoff and moving forward. So third down at 6. Snap, play action, another snap, bobbled. Ball is loose, and the Rams hop on this one.
That one definitely going to be Rams football, as we see Godbolt just lose that one in the play.
So countless fumbles to start. We see this one. That was the prior tackle for loss. But too many fumbles so far in this first half for the Tigers on exchanges. That one comes back to hurt them.
Picked up by the defensive lineman, as you saw in your replay. That's Jamarcus Weiss.
So Rams first down and 10 at the 29-yard line. 3 minutes to play, so up against the clock. The Rams last time took over at the 50-yard line. Couldn't get any points on the board. Now even better field position. They start at the Tigers 30. Trips on the left side. In motion goes Howard. The snap. Shahi over the middle. Pass incomplete. That throw behind the intended target, Caden Cochran. So clock stops. We'll do second down and 10.
Couple changes on the defensive side here, able to get the incompletion. Rams have had some good offensive positionings, but they haven't been able to take advantage yet. We'll see what they can do here. Hopefully Shahi can try to change the tide here. But obviously the Heights are trying to lay it down, and you can see there's some miscommunication, and coach is going to call a timeout here.
We see Rams lining up pre-snap in the I formation. Max Stevens, though, electing to call timeout once again, seeing something he did not like. Winding down towards the end of the half, might as well take those timeouts.
I mean, you could hear them unhappy with something, and they're all screaming. They're looking at coach like, what do you do? And they're able to find that one, call the timeout quickly. Good read again by head coach Max Stevens and the coordinators to just jump on that one really quick. But with that being said, timeout number 2, this is just 3-minute drill right now. 2nd and 10 from the incomplete pass, 29 yards to get into the end zone. And I think the Rams would really enjoy themselves a lead going into halftime, but we'll see what they can do.
Oh, without a doubt. And for how this half has been played so far, if the Rams are going to halftime with a lead, they'll be ecstatic. Both teams sloppy, however, in this lead. We'll see how it plays out, but it'll likely either be tied or one score heading into the half. Both teams haven't been as sharp as both of them are capable of. Trotwood just trying to get some points on the board for the first time. He's then lined back up in the I formation. One receiver spread on the left side. The snap, immediately tackled by 3 Tigers. Sandell Jackson leading the way. Cam Martinez, the ball carrier. So once again, we'll see a 3rd down and long.
If you're Shahi at this point, you're just trying to get 6 yards because you know that you're not going for the field goal here on 4th down. So just try to get half of it. Obviously, you'd like to get the 1st down if you can. Just try to keep pushing through that. We'll see what they can do against this very strong Tigers defense as they go back in that I formation.
Definitely looks like Tigers. Very heavy up front. Once again, the snap. Dropping back, Shahi. He'll throw over the top. Pass caught by the big fella, Kieran Stroud. Stroud tackled by Jalen Ward-Effinger. That one, though, Matt, as you kind of spoke into existence there, gets a few yards, makes that 4th down much more manageable, looking at about a 4th down and 4.
Don't get me wrong, that was the fullback coming in, as you see on that replay, making the catch. I love seeing the little fullback action, especially you don't see that a lot as the game has adapted, but able to get a solid 8 yards on the play. 4th and 5, and this is what separates it here. We'll see what the Rams can decide to do, but it looks like they're going to call a timeout here.
Timeout indeed. 1:40 to play. 1 timeout left for the Tigers, 2 for Trotwood-Madison. They'll burn 1 here with 1:40 remaining. So far, this Heights defense, they've done such a good job in early downs, getting tackles for loss or not giving up any yards at all. That it's made it so hard for Trotwood-Madison. They've had so many 3rd down and longs, and they haven't really converted on these 3rd downs, getting at least a few yards to make the 4th down manageable. It seems like a lot of these 4th downs are 4th and 10 or more.
Yeah, and you've been, like I kind of said, you see 2 teams here where their kickers are a bit newer. You also saw it on the kickoffs for both teams. They kicked them out of bounds. The punts, they've been getting rushed. There's been high punts. There's been some blocked ones as well. It's just about realizing it and just taking it slow here. And that's exactly what Coach Jeff Graham decided to do, calling the timeout. Smart play. You've got 2 of them. Slow it down. Make sure you try to convert this one here. And that's all you ask for as both teams line up with the ball placed at the 24-yard line.
4th down and 5. Tigers, Rams electing to go for it. Shahi in the shotgun with Cam Martinez in the backfield. Shahi will drop back. He'll roll left. in pursuit, and he'll go down short of the first down. It looks like. We'll see what the official ruling was here.
They're going to probably go to the chain, but let's see where it's all about placement on this one. He jumped, but I believe I'm with Brendan here. I believe he was short. We'll see where they place this one. No one. Looks like he's pointing left, which means it's going to be short and a turnover on downs for the Tigers.
Indeed, short Tigers now with 132 will take over. I have to go some up-tempo offense here to try and get some more points on the board. But, man, Trotwood-Madison feels like they've just been knocking on the door, just cannot convert these fourth downs.
Especially early in the season, just getting one of these in a game like this where it's only 6-0. If you can get one even to tie this game at worst, that's all you can ask for. We'll see what they do. And something to note that I just realized, Brendan, there is no Marquise Davis out there for the start of this drive. He's just getting checked up by the trainers, so they're going to be without their star player for probably going to be the rest of the quarter.
Marquise Davis at the scorer's table. So taking the snap, Marcellus Harris goes forward and brought down. Looks like maybe a gain of 1 at the very most. That clock's still running. We'll see if the Tigers try and really use this 1 minute drill. Godbold Jr. drops back, pressure coming in his face, and brought down and sacked. Kamari Henderson, the linebacker, brought the pressure, earning the sack and out. Third down and very long. You have to figure here Heights just going to try and run this clock out and get the game to halftime.
Believe a timeout was called by the Rams, just trying to shut this one down. You got 56 on the clock, so we'll see what they're able to do here.
Smart timeout called by the Rams. They want the ball back. And looking like Heights, if they don't convert this 3rd down and 10, will have to punt the ball away and stuff deep near their own end zone. You assume the Rams, if they get the ball back, it'll be at the 50 or closer. Definitely a lot of space to operate, get closer to that end zone.
Couldn't agree with you there more.
3rd down and 22, likely. Tigers just going to run this football, try and run the clock down to as close to 0 as possible. Trotwood-Madison out of timeouts.
And you also think of it, too, who was the first guy that took the punt? Marquise Davis, and he's currently getting checked by the trainer. So you got to go with a different punter out there. So obviously that can come into effect here because obviously your goal is going to be to chew this clock down. 3rd and 22 is a very hard deficit to overcome. But we'll see what we can see here. We will see the transfer Godbolt come and do here for the Tigers.
See if the Tigers attempt to pass downfield. Just try and run clock down as close to 0 as possible. The snap. It is a handoff and immediately bottled up. Tackle made by Elijah Appleberry, the 6'1" defensive lineman. And now we'll see the punt team out for the Tigers, 4th and 22. At the 9-yard line, that clock continues to run. Tigers wait as long as they can to punt this football off. Back deep to return Jamal Clark.
You also see Deontay Golson back there for the Rams. Looks like it's going to be freshman kicker Harrison Wilson to punt this one standing in the end zone here.
Williams deep in his own end zone. The snap is high. A nice catch, though, and looks like a hand got on it, but a flag called. Contact seemed to be made with the punter. So time runs out. Definitely contact with the ball. Looked like also contact with Williams.
Yeah, Williams looks like he got hit in the backfield again, so that means they'll probably put 1 second on the clock for a 1st and 10. But we'll wait and see what the official ruling is.
During the kick, running into the kicker on the defense, 5-yard penalty.
So running into the kicker, not as bad as roughing the kicker, not a personal foul, will just move the Tigers up 5 yards. But we'll see how much time they put on the clock here. Likely the Tigers will be forced to punt again. just now with some more space. So Williams was deep in his own end zone.
We'll wait and see. I mean, it should be just 1 second with the clock running out, unless if they go to replay and pick like 3 or 4 seconds. We're just waiting to see what they say.
Clock operator, please put 3 seconds back on the clock.
They're going to put 3. So it's not just 1 second, which is enough to get the snap off and just take the kneel. You've got to actually punt this ball.
So 2 seconds on the clock. That is what the officials called to get it set to. So now we'll just see the offense back on the field for the Tigers. Just going to try and run a play for them, hoping to play last 2 seconds or longer, which most likely it will. And that'll do it for the half.
All you got to do is just tell Godbolt to watch the clock hit 0 and then go down.
We'll see if they do a handoff or Godbolt just decides to run to the side and take a knee. They do give it. And tackle as time expires. Is Xavier Keir, the junior running back. But that'll do it for the first half at the corner of Cedar and Lee. Tigers leading the Trotwood-Madison Rams 6-0 at the break. And Matt, a low-scoring quarter. Saw plenty of good things, but lots of sloppiness and some early season things that usually happen in the game of football.
I mean, obviously, you're going to expect this. It's week 1. These are the first time some of these players are even stepping on the field in their high school careers. And I still remember going on the field for the first time, and you're very scared in that aspect. So for them to just kind of grow, this is also about growth. This isn't conference play. Obviously, the Heights are in a higher division compared to the Rams. So just kind of taking these deep breaths and recognizing this, we'll see as this is going to be very interesting going into the half with Davis being out for the second quarter. If the Tigers are able to recover here, it's just take a deep breath, and we'll see what both teams do here with 20 minutes on the clock for starting halftime.
Without a doubt. Also saw some good things in that half. Marquise Davis, a running back, and the Tigers' first drive of the game, scoring that rushing touchdown. Since then, nothing really from the offense. Tigers, though, that score enough to propel them to the lead. At halftime, Tigers lead 6-0 in Cleveland Heights over Trotwood-Madison. Matt Lyons, alongside Matt Lyons, I'm Brennan Kantz. We'll be right back with you for the second half of Week 1 action, Friday Night Heights. At halftime, enjoy the performance from the Cleveland Heights High Marching Band.
You're clear, just tip your mics up.
the Trotwood-Madison Rams Band. Cleveland Heights High School proudly presents the Heights Tiger Marching Band. Tonight, our 2024 production that explores the other side of Valentine's Day. We give you Bad Romance. Lady Gaga lays it all out with her high-energy anthem that explores the intensity and turbulence of crazy love when you are snared in a bad romance. In the 1990s, Belle Div DeVoe used slick hip-hop and R&B tunes to help us what we refuse to see. That girl is poison. Gen Z knows a little about bad romance too. Olivia Rodrigo gave us this pop-punk banger, Good For You, featuring tuba soloist Nina Morris! Bad Romance get us down, we break out and fly above the earth with girl boss Nicki Minaj in Starships.
All right, fans. Those of you who purchased that 50-50 raffle ticket, fundraiser for the Cleveland Heights Marching Band, where everyone gets a uniform, everyone gets an instrument. It's that time. Get your tickets ready. We will announce the winning ticket number. Once again, all of you who purchased your 50-50 raffle ticket, it's winning time. The winning raffle ticket number is 847623. Once again, 50-50 raffle ticket winning number is 847623. If you are the winning ticket holder, please come to the home press box to receive your reward. Once again, the winning ticket number is 847623. If that ticket was purchased by anyone in the visiting stand, please raise your hand and quickly make your way over to the home press box. Once again, fans, the winning ticket number is 847623. Set to kick for the Tigers, number 39, Harrison Williams.
And welcome back to Cleveland Heights High School for the second half of this Week 1 matchup. Friday Night Heights, the Cleveland Heights Tigers hosting the Trotwood-Madison Rams. Cleveland Heights set to kick off to start half number 2. The Rams won the toss, elected to defer, so they'll start with possession in the second half. Heights leading 6-0. The lone touchdown by way of a Marquise Davis 20-yard rush on the first drive of the game for the Tigers. Since then, no scoring, lots of defense, and some offensive and special team mishaps. This kick returned and caught in space, put a mover, and finally brought down. Deontay Golson, though, on the kick return, had some space. Heights able to finally bring him down, but Golson takes the ball around the 40-yard line.
Deontay Davis catching that one about the 20-yard line, able to get 20 on the ground as well. Beautiful little spot kick there by Harrison Williams. So we'll see what the Rams can do after they were able to shut this one down in the first half.
Rams offense went scoreless in the first half of play. Although we saw some good things on offense, a few good plays, just still missing sustained drives. Had some good field position but could not convert. Now we'll see after a halftime of discussion in the locker room with this offense can get some points on the board. First play, a pitch. Terry Harrell.
Some whistles as well.
Quick gain of about 3. So first play.
After that first half for Shahi, you just got to realize and take a deep breath. Obviously, that's not the half you want, 0 points on the board, but for him to be able to reproduce, just try to fight with the second half here. Just get the Rams on the board, and the momentum will just follow.
We saw a lot of first down passing attempts out of Shahi. Set the Rams up a lot of times in a tough position. Third down and longs. Shahi immediately pressured. Flag thrown, though. Deshaun Phillips, the one who got a hand on Shahi. We'll see what the flag is. Another big theme in that first half, lots of flags on special teams and offensive drives that.
During the run, personal foul, face mask on the defense, 15 yards
And
from
we
the
see another
previous
one there,
spot.
going for another
First
15
down.
yards.
Face mask going against Heights. Rams will take that. They move up 15 yards, now sitting at the Tigers' 41-yard line. Heights front 7, been able to generate a lot of pressure. Shahi hasn't had a lot of time to sit back in the pocket and throw the ball. Rams line up in the I formation. And the snap. It's a give. Pickup of about 3 yards.
Good momentum push there by the Rams to take advantage of the 15-yard penalty on a little bit of gain as well. So just keep momentum pushing for them. And if you're this Heights defense, just keep pushing the QB like you did in the first half.
Makai Smith got the carry now quickly. A deep shot, that one hauled in and caught at the 5-yard line. A flag on the play, though.
It's going to be declined. It was too many men on the field. It looked like a Tiger was just running off the field last second. We'll see what the officials say, though.
We'll see what the official ruling is here on the flag. Rams went hurry up, took a deep shot, and a big-time completion.
Looked like Mitchell was running off the field. We'll wait and see what they say. I think it's just too many men on the field and they'll decline.
Seems to be the case. Heights defense
Legal
all huddled around the ball.
participation of men on defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
Exactly right, Matt. So the catch stands as a result of the penalty being declined. A Heights player down on the field.
Looks to be Jameel Ham down on the ground, and you just see the injuries are racking up on this Heights. Whether, as we saw Davis go down last quarter,
Injury timeout on the field.
this is not what you want to see week 1.
Jameel Ham transferred into Cleveland Heights for his senior season, moving into the district. Ham came in from Glenville. Ham made a few nice plays in that first half. A 3-star recruit committed to play college ball at Miami of Ohio. He's down on the field. But now we see the best scoring chance the Rams have had all night. So they'll take over first down and goal from the 6.
Let's hear a nice big Tiger round of applause for number 57, Jameel Ham.
We've seen two really just a perfect strike from Dallas Shahee, hitting his receiver in stride. Saw that one-on-one matchup on the outside. No deep safety there to patrol that.
We'll wait and see what head coach Max Stevens draws up here. First time that we've seen the Rams in the red zone and aggressive after a beautiful pass by Shahee, able to find his receiver downfield. We'll see if he's able to continue the motion.
Jameel Ham thankfully able to walk off the field on his own power. We hope he's okay. And we'll resume once again this I formation. Shahee a give. Tackled just short of the goal line. Cam Martinez the carry. And once again,
Rush on the play, number 10, Cam
the Rams
Martinez.
going hurry up. Now down at just the 1-yard line.
Smart by them. We'll see if they can take advantage of it here. Second and goal.
See some power football. Shahee the keeper goes up the middle. Seems to be just barely short on the
Quarterback
sneak.
keeper on the rush. Dallas
Kind of
Shahee.
pushing by the Cleveland Heights defensive line, not letting him get in there.
Short of the end zone.
Third down and 1.
Third and goal.
Once again,
Rams.
same formation. Cam Martinez, the rusher. Flag called. We'll see who this is against. Trotwood-Madison already at the 1-yard line.
Encroachment defense. Half the distance to the goal. Team third down.
So encroachment the call against Cleveland Heights. Trotwood-Madison already at the 1-yard line, so that one just moving them inches up. You can see that football. I mean, that thing is a mere inch from the end zone.
The football is dying to get into the end zone. We'll see what they can do here. It looks like they're gonna.
Madison goes quick. Brings Deontay Golson in motion, sends him back outside. Brings him back inside. The snap, it's a pitch to the outside and brought down and tackled for a loss. Makai Smith, the runner, in a big time tackle for loss made by Simon Williams, the junior linebacker, preventing a touchdown. And now once again we see a fourth down for Trotwood-Madison. You see that tackle. Williams able to get to the outside. Another fourth down. Trotwood.
It looks like they're gonna call a timeout.
And a timeout called by Trotwood-Madison. A timeout used early in the second half, but one, Matt, that you honestly can't really dislike with Trotwood not having any points on the board. A few times gotten the ball in good field position, gotten into the enemy territory, just unable to convert for points. Now you were in a position where you had the ball basically second down and 1, unable to punch it in twice in a row. Now 4th and 3, you really have to make sure this ball gets in the end zone if you're the Rams.
Oh, 100%. And as you see the panoramic view right now on your screen, you saw this is a loud crowd here today. And just kind of taking that deep breath, you've seen you march downfield. You throw a beautiful pass to get from one side of this field to the other, and you just are struggling to stuff it in. You try a tush push, it doesn't work twice. And then your third try, you go for the pitch on the boomer bust, and unfortunately it didn't work out. This could be the deciding factor of this game, given how low scoring and defensive heavy it is. We could definitely see something here on a 4th and short.
So Jeff Graham able to talk this one over with his offense. Shahi back in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. 4th down and 3. The snap, Shahi takes himself, rolls left to throw, knocked down at the line. Cleveland Heights will take over a goal line stand. And once again, Trotwood-Madison unable to get points on the board. Cleveland Heights offense will take over.
Talk about a beautiful defensive effort, able to shut that one down. And I feel like that's, again, as you see this replay here, we got another tip on the pass on the defensive line. Beautiful efforts. This one by number 56, Jaquan Stubbs, stepping in for that one to cause the turnover early on. Just a beautiful effort by this defense to keep the donut on the board. We'll see if the offense can get out of their zone.
The big man, Jaquan Stubbs, 6'6", senior, committed to play at Minnesota, makes a huge play there. I said it earlier, one word to describe him, just an athlete. You see him getting up, getting the big paws up, getting a hand on that football. Jaquan Stubbs also a basketball star here at Cleveland Heights. And in the first game of his senior season, a big-time play there. But Cleveland Heights, now their back is against the wall. They start on their own 3. The snap, a keeper. A positive gain for Justin Godbolt, who we really haven't seen rush a whole lot so far in this game. Not a lot of design QB runs. That one, well-timed. Gives Cleveland Heights now some breathing room.
I mean, it definitely has been a different change here, in the play. You obviously saw Davis go down to injury, and the next man up, and Harris able to run this one down. And beautiful read by Godbolt on the option to get him out of their own territory.
Godbolt once again a keeper, this time bottled up and stuffed. Looks like he's about a yard short of the line to gain, which is the 14-yard line. Looks like we'll see a 3rd down and run.
I mean, you've seen the Heights on their special teams. They just need to get out of the zone, and I bet you they will. Just try to push the efforts here on a 1-yard rush. But you never know. They sometimes go to the air raid late on 3rd down here.
Marcellus Harris still in the backfield. Marquise Davis has not played since the 2nd quarter. The snap. They go Harris, and he's bottled up, a tackle for loss. A huge stop for the Rams. And Cleveland Heights losing about 6 yards on the play. Able to just penetrate through that offensive line. You'll see here, immediately coming through and making the stop, Leo Boykin.
Yeah, looked like it was an option on the play, and in those situations, you've got to, if you're Godbolt, you either got to give that ball or pull back a bit earlier, and it looked like he was kind of in that 50-50, and you saw exactly what happened here.
Cleveland Heights.
Now it's a 4th and short, not even a short anymore, it's 4th and long. We'll see what they can do with the Rams having 2 players in the backfield.
Some very good news. Marquise Davis is back in the game, now doing the punting job. So some encouraging news there, seeing him on the field.
11th man runs on the field. We'll see what Davis does.
Snap, Davis boots it away. A good punt, fair caught at the 40-yard line by Jamal Clark.
For a kid that hasn't punted at all until his senior year, you think of it, he was deep in the end zone. That's probably a 45-yard punt there. That's very impressive, and that's just an overall athlete. That's just incredible.
Nice work by Davis. Like you said, deep in his own end zone, able to get that punt off. Pressure was in his face. Did not hesitate, though. A nice 40-yard, 45-ish yard punt. So now some distance still to go for Trotwood-Madison, who has continued to knock at the door. Just unable to get reward on the scoreboard. But the defense immediately picking up that offense on that last possession for Cleveland Heights, getting that 3 and out and immediately getting the ball back. Shahi pitches it outside. Kerry Dalen Dennis, tackled by a plethora of Tigers defenders. That one a gain of nothing.
Good hold. I did see John Daniel Davis able to get an ankle to suppress it, and then the herd of Tigers came to shut that one down. We'll see what they can do here with a 2nd and long.
2nd down and long, 3 receivers wide, I formation. The snap, Shahi once again a give, and no room to maneuver.
That's again John Daniel Davis grabbing the ankles on the line, able to cause no gain on that one to be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10. Cleveland Heights trying to once again get the ball back. We'll see if this is potential 4-down territory for the Rams. I mean, whole game's pretty much 4th-down territory depending on where you're at field position-wise. But we'll see Cleveland Heights offensive struggling to get a tempo as well. Shahi, play action, fake pass, incompleted, picked off! Picked off by Jalen Ward Effinger. And he forces the turnover. He's hyped coming to the sideline. Cleveland Heights defense pick up that offense and get the ball back. Heights takes over.
It's like he was down the street working at the restaurant. He collected his tip today, able to get the beautiful pick there and get a little bit of yards, and now it's Heights football in some better territory. You've been seeing it their last couple times. They've been deep in their zone, and it's just avoid the safety. And obviously in this case now that's not the case. So just take a deep breath now, and you're out of your territory zone, and you got this now in a very comfortable position compared to where you've been the last 3 drives.
That pass over the middle intended for Xavier Millerton, just tipped up in the air and right into the hands of Ward Effinger. So another drive where the Rams can't convert, and now Cleveland Heights good field position. The snap they give to Perryman. Perryman goes for nothing. Second down and 11. Cleveland Heights leading, trying to gain some separation on Trotwood-Madison. The snap, a read option kept by the quarterback and bouncing off a tackle. And going down, looked like just shy of the 1st down marker, but Justin Godbolt, a big man's run, shedding off that tackle at the knees and picking up positive yardage.
I mean, that first tackle that he took was incredible. He took that like a shield and just bounced back a yard and stayed on his feet and got another 5 on top of it. It was 2nd and 11. Now we got 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. Godbolt in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and give it up the middle. Enough for the 1st down.
Harris does his job there to move the chains. First time for the Heights in a while they were able to get a 1st down, which is good to see. See where they place this ball. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Marcellus Harris has done a nice job filling in, getting mostly all the reps at running back for Heights High. Marquise Davis went down in the 2nd quarter. We've seen Harris at that running back position from there on out. Amir Atkins, now the signal caller. He'll take the snap and give it once again to Harris, who will go forward to pick up a 5. Amir Atkins will stay in the game. Atkins, typically a wide receiver. We saw this last year too. Atkins will take snaps on some of these option plays. Atkins, a very speedy guy. He has the ability to run himself as well.
Looks like someone moved early.
Flag called pre-snap.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense.
This one going against
5-yard penalty.
Trotwood-Madison. Encroachment
2nd down.
goes in favor of the Tigers. So that moves the ball up About a second down and 1 from the Rams' 39-yard line. Here Atkins still under center. Gives it to Harris. Once again, Harris up the middle will get 2. Tackle made by Kamari Henderson.
Looks like it's enough to move the chains. Another first down. Good to see back-to-back first downs made here by the Tigers. Ball now at the 32.
Here Atkins still staying in the game at quarterback. Snap. He throws out wide to Perryman, and Perryman through his hands. Screen pass intended for Henry Perryman. That one unable to be caught, but had a defender in his face. So even if he did catch it, likely that pass going for negative yardage. So now just a second down and 10 for the Tigers. Manuel Roddy coming into the game, sent down Jackson off. Elijah Harrison at running back. Atkins will keep it himself, going forward, puts the head down. A nice positive gain of about 5. Now we're seeing some kind of a methodical drive so far from the Tigers. Just short yardage plays, but picking enough to keep this drive going.
Yeah, a little bit of creativity. If you would have had to be putting Amir Atkins at the QB for a full drive pretty much, I wouldn't have believed it, maybe a play or two. And it's been pretty successful here with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 1 possession game. We'll see what they can do here on 3rd and mid.
Snap. Atkins takes it up the middle himself, goes in. Some Rams tacklers and brought down for a gain of nothing. So we'll see 4th down and about 4. Atkins still staying in the game. Marcellus Harris back in the backfield for the Tigers.
See the triple. It's going to be Godfeld is looking in the backfield, ready to go in, but nothing moving. We'll see what they do here with Watkins.
Snap. Atkins takes it himself, a read option, trying to get to the outside, trying to get to that marker. He seems to be short. Did he stretch that ball out? Appeared short. In pursuit of Atkins was Elijah Appleberry. Bring out the sticks to check the spot of this ball.
It's going to be a close one here.
Looks like at the last second, Atkins tried to reach that ball over the line again, and this one short by a wide margin. The Rams will take over. Tigers put together really their best drive since the first half, their first scoring drive when Marquise Davis scored a touchdown. A good drive, but no points as a result. Trotwood-Madison just continually hanging around in this game, desperately in need of a score.
Yeah, that interception made by the Heights defensive Ward Effinger just unfortunately doesn't result in the what they wanted. But we'll see what happens here with 1:26 on the clock deep in their territory.
Al Shahi catches, looks out wide. Pass in front of the intended receiver, Deontay Golson. Golson just running quick out route. Pass does not get to him.
Shahi has been throwing those out routes a little bit short today. I don't know if you've been realizing that, Brendan. It's obviously the week 1 and you're still trying to implement the routes perfectly. So for him to just fall short again is unfortunate. And that'll definitely be something to look forward to, because if you make one more reception in a game like this, that could be a result in a lead change. So we'll see what happens here overall with 1:23 on the clock.
Without a doubt, Matt. Send in motion the big fullback, Kieran Stroud. To give to the outside in space, up the sideline, and big hit out of bounds, but not before the first down is picked up.
Good read by Shahi. That was an option, and he pulled that out because he was definitely about thinking of pulling that in to go, and it was a good read Obviously good run, but also a good hit out of bounds, just an overall good, effective play.
Dalen Dennis able to find the open space, get to that sideline and take it up. Once again, a fast quarter. We approach the 1 minute mark in the third. She in the shotgun. A give to Dennis once again, who goes forward for 3 yards. Clock continuing to run. Jaquan Stubbs, the big man. And on the stop for Cleveland Heights on the previous carry. So again in the shotgun, Shahi, 2 wide receivers on the near side. The snap. Shahi drops back, looks left, finds a wide open receiver. And Caden Cochran. So there's a complete catch just short of the sticks. About a yard short. Henry Perryman able to push Cochran out of bounds before he can get the first down. So we'll see a third down and short.
Beautiful read there and able to find the out route there. I was just acknowledging that earlier. He's been falling short there. But that one is a hit, as you guys saw on the replay. And as the horn sounds, we're 75% of the way there, and it's still a one-possession game.
Exactly like you just said, Matt. Cleveland Heights leading Trotwood-Madison 6-0 as we enter the final quarter of play here at the corner of Cedar and Lee. This game, both offenses really just struggling to get anything going. The defenses, of course, playing extremely well. Can't discredit that, but just seems like a lot of these offenses struggling, both offenses struggling to get in rhythm. It's been the theme all night.
I mean, you've been seeing it. There's been a couple drops. They've been throwing the orange flag a little bit down for the fumbles, especially with the Cleveland Heights. They've been running that triple option with Davis out, and you can kind of see it a little bit there. You've been seeing this as well with Trotwood-Madison. They've been throwing some risky passes, some of them falling a bit short, underthrown, tipped, and intercepted. That's been a strong point of the Heights defense as they've been able to get tips, and it's shown. You saw an interception in this quarter by Ward Effinger, and they were able to get good ball possession and almost score here, but obviously that one fell short. And with this one 75% of the way to Coach Max Steven yelling for his team, I still can't wait because you know one-possession games, this game is still close because neither team is out of it right now.
Definitely, if you're Trotwood-Madison, you have to be thinking in this game where, and really there's been mistakes on both sides, obviously, but if you're Trotwood-Madison, still 0 points put up, obviously driving down the field now, I mean, you'll take being down 6 points at this point of the game. And on the Cleveland Heights side of the things, they're thinking, man, how are we only up 6? We should be probably up a lot more, especially after scoring on the first drive. When that happened, it seemed like maybe Heights would put up a bunch of points afterwards. However, not the case. Trotwood-Madison just trailing by 1 possession. Shahi alone in the backfield. He'll drop back over the middle. Pass caught by the tight end, Xavier Millerton. So there's a completion for Shahi. Back-to-back catches. And across midfield go the Rams.
Good first down move there and able to get the quick pass out on the slants out routes there.
Great job by the Rams offensive line. Shahi able to just sit back in the pocket, explore his reads, find the wide open man. He communicating with his line. The snap. Cam Martinez will take the ball and move forward. Goes into the abyss of Cleveland Heights High Tigers defenders. Forward for about a gain of 2. This Trotwood-Madison team, we've seen a bunch of ball carriers. Cam Martinez, Dalen Dennis. 2 headliners, both getting equal reps there in the backfield. Shahi read option, takes it himself, goes forward. A nice tackle made by Simon Williams, able to stop Shahi from getting a first down.
Another good read in the option by Shahi. He was able to reject that one there, but we're going to see a whistle here for another injury. Tiger down is Zion Newson, defensive lineman, the senior.
See the tackle there on the replay.
But just like talking about what I was saying, you know, Shahi was struggling at the beginning. It didn't seem he was comfortable at the QE spot. But looking at these past couple of drives, yes, the last one didn't go his way, but he seems more comfortable. You saw his read option that he had. He was able to get yards by keeping it himself. Like on this play, that was a read option. He was able to read that one effectively to get a couple yards. Yes, it's 3rd and long, but you got to remember this is 4-down territory this late in the game, and you understand with the kickers being out a little bit, that they're going for it on 4th down. The only reason you're punting is if you're deep in your end zone. So with that being said, we're definitely in a barn burner here as we go through the injury timeout.
Without a doubt. Big credit, just previously said, to this Trotwood-Madison offensive line. Really in that first half, Shahi, not much time to throw at all when he dropped back. The pressure really immediate, and that kind of caused some chaos up front. But since then, here in the second half, where we've seen the Rams have put together some better drives, we've seen Shahi have some more time in the pocket to make these decisions, and especially in a first game where you're kind of thinking fast at stuff. Everything's still developing. Having that extra time to just calm down in the pocket, settle down, relax, has allowed him to make these reads, and really on this drive completed some good passes.
Definitely so. In good news, Newson walks off on his own accord, more jogs off. Looks to be in a little bit of pain, probably looking at an ankle or knee. Expect him to be out for the rest of the game. But with that being said, 3rd and 5 on the 39-yard line here. Shahi in the backfield.
3rd down and 5. Cleveland Heights looking for once again a 3rd down stop. Shahi motions his running back. He'll drop back over the middle, almost in the hands of LaRon Anderson. But can't haul it in. That pass intended for Deontay Golson. And now 4th down and 5 for Trotwood-Madison.
That one definitely was the Cleveland Heights defense showing they're able to QE hurry there. It's the first time I feel like this half we've seen that there and able to get a good stop there, because when Shahi gets put in the pocket, that's when he gets scared and kind of gets the pressure and throws it away.
Trotwood-Madison electing to punt this football off. You have to think part of this is the confidence in your defense. Cleveland Heights hasn't been able to do much on offense. Trotwood-Madison hoping to get this ball back quickly. The ball, a nice bounce, and sticks at the 1-yard line. A beautiful punt by John Warren. Oh, man, cannot come up with a punt any better than that in that situation. Cleveland Heights will take over with their backs against the wall.
As you see in the replay, look at number 9, Xavier Millerton, able to get a good read here, runs up. I believe he batted the ball away. And obviously, if you just do a bat like that in motion, it's going to reject that one. I kind of saw that one, and as I saw in the replay, a beautiful play on the special teams. You know, we have been seeing a bit of struggle on the special teams for both teams, and this one is probably as good as you can get. And obviously, with this Heights offense struggling a little bit, that's what you want. But this is the time to shine and show your offense as who you are as Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, I couldn't tell live that Millerton got a hand. It looked like it just stuck, but on the replay, definitely able to bat that one down and keep it at the 1-yard line where Heights takes over. We see a keeper from Justin Godbolt. Nothing much doing on the carry.
See him coming back in, always a good thing.
Excuse me, Amir Atkins was the one. Atkins still in the game at the quarterback position. Snap to Atkins. It's a carry. Once again, Marcellus Harris moves forward, but for not a lot.
Like you said earlier, it's putting trust in your defense, and 2 plays, only getting 4 yards. That's called trust in your defense. We'll see what they can do here, try to get the hold, but Heights, 3rd and short. See if they can get creative.
A rush up the middle and a big-time run. Straight through the heart of that defense. Marcellus Harris, a 1st down Tigers.
Big 1st down there. That's exactly what you need at this point in the game. Third and mid, back-to-back runs that were stubbed. Move the chains on that one with ease. Let's see if they can continue the momentum.
It's a big-time run. Not only Heights in danger, having to put the football once again from their own end zone, but now kind of shave off some more time off the clock. Heights in no hurry. Only up 6-0, however, but the way this game's going, would not be surprised if it ended up 6-0. Snap looked like a miscommunication. No one there on the read option. Amir Atkins just handles it himself. Goes up the middle, a short gain.
I mean, that's just having awareness right there. Obviously, like Brennan and I said, it's week 1. You're going to be a little bit miscommunicated here and there. So for him to just take it himself was smart to realize that. Where no one's here, just go.
Amir Atkins, leading receiver for the Tigers this season, to go. So Harris down in the backfield. A bunch.
Yeah, he got stuffed there. I think the defense, obviously, they're running engage 8s here on him. They know the run's coming, and they were able to stuff him effectively there for another 3rd and long. We'll see what happened last time if they can repeat.
Tackle made. A guy who's been all over the field, Elijah Appleberry, the first guy to Harris for the big tackle for loss. Now Tigers, 3rd down and 8. So I was saying Amir Atkins, primary wide receiver, does play a little bit of quarterback for scenarios like this, and he'll throw the ball here. Pass incomplete. Henry Perryman, the intended target. Amir Atkins, that time roll right, opted to pass. Not a bad throw at all, but just unable to get hauled in.
Yeah, it looked like Darius Dennis got a hand in there, which was all that was needed just to get the job done there. And it looks
here,
like
Atkins, a nice throw. Darius Dennis. See if they give him a pass breakup on that. Great defense all over Perryman in this. This is why Trotwood-Madison on that last 4th down and 5. We've seen both these teams go for 4th downs, especially Trotwood-Madison near midfield. Not in a horrible field position to go for it, but opts to punt. And now this is why they're going to get the ball right back.
it's going to be Marquise Davis punting. It looks like he's only medically cleared to punt in this game.
Punt end over end. Fair caught by Jamal Clark at the 44-yard line, and once again, another crack at it for Trotwood-Madison, who just all night. And it's been a progression. Each drive seems to be getting better and better for them. Still no points on the board. 7:15 remaining. Tigers leading 6-0. The Rams with the ball, however.
You look at what we've been thinking of like our players to watch and all of that, and it's been all of our players to watch for offense, and it's been a very defensive-heavy game on both sides of the ball, and that's the best part about football because you never know what to expect. 7 minutes, 1-possession game. Let's see what happens here with the Rams possession.
It's a give to Dalen Dennis. Medium gain of about 4 yards. Dalen Dennis, as I mentioned, kind of rotating snaps with Cam Martinez down the stretch here. Dalen Dennis taking a majority of the rushing snaps.
Elijah Harris able to get the tackle there. The freshman coming in for a couple of injured Tigers on defense. So he getting put in the ringer early here.
So Trotwood-Madison goes and hurry up and kind of confuses themselves. This one.
And that's what you get.
From the ruler.
Dead ball. False start.
Against Trotwood-Madison. False start. They move 5 yards back.
You get a fast play. I mean, obviously, you've seen it's been very effective when the Rams use those quick snaps and the hot starts like they've been doing. That's been their main method of getting downfield, but it can also be very risky, especially, too, like we've been saying, miscommunications. It's week 1, getting the jitters out. You may say, go, 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 and you think they're going, but they haven't. So you've just got to snap the ball first as we see a 2nd and 12.
And 5 yards, a matter of 5 yards is huge in this game. Not a ton of chunk plays on either side. An empty set, looking left, and almost intercepted. Pass intended for Dalen Dennis.
There's going to be a flag here because there was some action in the backfield between the Heights as well as the Rams. It looked like it was going to be Jeremiah Atkins as well as Jameel Ham, who's back in the game, chirping at each other. There was a helmet removed as well. We'll see what happens there. But on the other side where the play actually happened, talk about a beautiful play by Ward Effinger. He read that play perfectly. That's called why you watch film. He He was able to read the motion. He knew the pass was
Dead
going
ball,
to jump on him.
personal foul, offense, 15-yard penalty.
That's a big-time costly penalty
Third down.
for Trotwood-Madison after going back 5 yards with a false start. On the next play, a personal foul against the left tackle, Jeremiah Atkins. That moves him back 15 yards, so make this now, looks like it'll be around 3rd and 27.
You're seeing the beautiful play there made by Ward Effinger to get the read. Also give a shout out there to the defensive line, specifically on Sandale Jackson. He was able to come in and just grab his teammate and say, hey, let's go on the other side, and look what happened. You see a 3rd and long. And when I say 3rd and long, that is far.
Extremely far, back-to-back flags, moving this Rams offense way back. 3rd down and 27, 2 shots to get 27 yards. We'll see. They try some deep shots here. Shahi has hit one already, steps in the pocket, no space maneuver, rolls right, and just goes out of bounds. In pursuit was Jameel Ham. And a little bit of time for Shahi to make a read, just nobody open. Pocket collapsed. And a good job. Heights able to contain him and force him out of bounds. 4th down and 27, without a doubt. Rams will be punting this ball away.
Look at the replay here. There was a blitzer that came in and Shahi's pocket collapsed. No one was open downfield, and now you've got to punt this ball. 4th and 27.
4th down and 27. We have seen a few roughing the kickers and running into the kickers, so can't kind of count that out, especially the way this game's been going. The special teams play extremely important for Cleveland Heights to stay disciplined. Just get the ball back. John Warren, a nice punt. Sticks almost immediately. So Cleveland Heights will start their drive with 5:38 to go in the 4th quarter at the 25-yard line. Now, Matt, with this amount of time left on the clock, a lot of these drives haven't been sustained. What approach do you have if you're Cleveland Heights, trying to get a balance of taking a 2-possession lead, but also making sure you're running clock?
Yeah, obviously you've been seeing it I think every drive this 4th quarter, as well as in the 3rd, have been runs, and if it's so, it's a pass on the side to the running back. So you're going to be seeing these short plays trying to chew the clock, try to get a 1st down here and there if they can.
Once again, Amir Atkins, ball on the ground, loose. Oh man, Trotwood-Madison looks like they have it. Another mishandled transition, and Trotwood-Madison has the football.
Jeremiah Nash comes up with it, and it's a 1 and done for the Tigers in a place where you do not want the 1 and done.
So scratch everything you just said, Matt, about trying to sustain a drive. Trotwood-Madison the ball straight back. And you figure a team that's had so many golden opportunities to put points on the board, perhaps the best one so far, they'll take over 1st and 10. Only 22 yards to go. They need points, however, have not been able to do so yet. But a big-time momentum boost. Jeremiah Nash, the junior defensive tackle, one of the 7 players on this Trotwood team with Division I offers, making the big-time play there. See a jet speed coming across. And another fumble. This one still on the ground, picked up by Heights. Tigers ball. Back-to-back fumbles. And coming away with this one, Simon Williams. So Heights avenges themselves and takes the ball right back.
I was going to say this if I had time. If you're Trotwood-Madison, you got to worry about ball security. You just saw them fumble the ball on an RPO, and you see this specifically here as it gets picked up just in time before he rolls out of bounds. But just kind of talking about the RPO, that's the creative side of things. You know, you're putting in Atkins at the QB, you got Godbold as well. RPOs are a very hard place to read because they're options as well as possibly throwing the ball. And, excuse me, it's about this ball security when you're transitioning. You saw what happened when they fumbled for the Heights, and exactly what happened there. A beautiful tackle from the back causes him to punch the ball out, and it's Heights football once again.
Ball security now the main emphasis. 2 fumbles on back-to-back plays for each team. It's continuing to run the ball. Straight up the middle, Marcellus Harris for a short gain. But what a stopping. We can talk about these offenses haven't been on their A game without a doubt, but also you've got to credit both of these defenses stepping up. There's been some tremendous plays on both sides of the ball defensively. Mayor Atkins looks to his right, takes it up the middle, immediately stopped.
Fans looking around, wondering what's going on here. People are walking over, but we're still looking at the play here. It's going to be 3rd and mid here.
Some kind of commotion in the crowd. Figure out what's going on. Anyhow, snap, give to Harris, and once again, looks like the first man in on the stop. Terrence Harrell, the linebacker. So Cleveland Heights now 4th down and 7. Will have to punt the ball away, a 3 and out.
That's it. Listen, at the end of the day, you had a great turnover. Your goal is one thing, and I said hold that ball. You're going to see Marquise Davis go out there and punt this thing as far as he can. He's on one ankle, and thankfully it's his good ankle that can kick the ball still. So we'll see what can happen here as the Rams have 2 players in the backfield.
Time in favor of Cleveland Heights. Davis, a nice sky-high punt. Good yardage, will be fair caught by Deontay Golson. So Heights goes 3 and out, but does their job. Burns off about 2 minutes of the clock, 3:12 remaining for what could be Trotwood-Madison's last offensive drive.
And remember, early on in this game, whenever it was a 1st and 10 after a turnover, Trotwood-Madison used one of their timeouts. So they are down to 2. You got to remember that. It's a 3-minute drill. You've got 54 yards to get to the end zone, pair of timeouts, and this is the time for them to get loud.
We'll see what happens. Could be the ultimate make-or-break possession here for Trotwood-Madison. 3:12 remaining, 2 timeouts, like you just said, Matt. Heights leading 6-0. Shahi and 2 Tigers in on the stop. Deshaun Phillips alongside Jameel Ham, combined for the tackle, taking down Dalen Dennis, who gets 1 yard. That clock continuing to run. Trotwood-Madison trying to figure out the most effective way to move this ball down the field. Shahi drops back, has some time, looks forward over the middle, pass complete. Deontay Golson moves forward, a 1st down for Trotwood-Madison.
Talk about the trips in motion there. And usually I said they've been finding the out routes, but they found one on the inside, and they were finding their wide receiver 1 to go down this field, march down. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here as the clock continues to run on Shahi.
4 receivers bunched up, a diamond formation. On the left side, here comes the pressure. Ham, the first there. Shahi just able to throw it away. About all he could do. 4 Tigers immediately bursting through that offensive line. 2:17 now remaining.
That's all you got to do if you're the defense. Shahi is really good at passing the ball when he is relaxed and calmed under the pocket. As soon as he escapes, it's harder for him to throw the pass on the off foot. So with a 2nd and long here, let's see what he can do with trips on his left.
Shahi once again will pass the ball. Siger send a blitz. Shahi steps up. He's sacked and dropped by number 54, Zion Newsom. A big-time defensive play by Newsom. And now 3rd down and 15 for Trotwood-Madison.
Clock ticking under 2 minutes right now, and that's exactly what you got to do. Look at the replay here. coming in on the right side, and he just able to sneak through there. Beautiful play by the Tigers and Newsom to sneak over and result in a timeout used here.
Tigers dialed up the blitz on 2nd and long, and that paid off big time. 1:47 to go. Timeout called by Trotwood-Madison, who trails by just 6-0. Tigers in front. You have to think with one timeout left. Trotwood-Madison can't convert here. That'll be it.
They got 2 plays to make it happen here. 15 yards, 2 plays. And like I said before, you know they're going for it on 4th down here, because at this point, they did it at the same point last time, they punted, but you just don't have the time to do that, and you don't have the timeouts to work with it. So you've got to go down now. 8 yards is your goal, because if you can get 8 this play, that means you can get 8 the next. And what happens then? It's a 1st down and the chains move. We'll see what Shahid does here in the creative mindset, but the defensive line has been very aggressive on the line. You saw it with Newsom. You see it as well with Jackson as well. It's coming in hard here on the defensive side. Let's see if the line can do something again. Make some magic. 3rd and long.
3rd down and extremely long. 3rd down and 15. Trotwood-Madison, a member of the Southwest Ohio Conference, just outside of Dayton, Ohio, Division II school, trying to beat a Cleveland Heights team. And look at that completion over the middle, finding a wide open Darion Howard. That will move the sticks. So in 3rd down and long, a huge conversion. Trotwood-Madison executes a well-called timeout by Jeff Graham.
Gives you a couple seconds of leeway to put the ball down and start the clock, and that's exactly what they did there with 1:20 on the clock.
Tigers all 3 timeouts left. Trotwood-Madison just 1 to go. A pitch outside, and that pitch fumbled. It's still on the ground. Still a race forward, and picked up by the Tigers. Cleveland Heights takes over, and that could be and will be a game-sealing fumble recovery, and no better way to end this game than in that fashion.
What did I say earlier? It comes back to bite him. Ball security. He had a pitch route. The first thing you do in a pitch route, catch the ball. And unfortunately for them, that's what's going to do it. You look at the replay, right through the hands of the running back, Dennis, and it slips through, and the Heights grab the ball.
Couldn't tell exactly who picked it up. Looked like might have been Simon Williams. Already had 1 fumble recovery early in this game. Game not over yet, still 1:11 to go. Heights up 6-0. Just got their biggest defensive stop of the night. Atkins will roll left, secure that ball. Trotwood-Madison will call their final timeout. And man, for this Trotwood-Madison team, just a tough game. I mean, this is a Cleveland Heights team that, I mean, comes in to week 1, one of the top-ranked teams in the state. And Trotwood-Madison contains this Cleveland Heights high-powered offense for the entire game. The offense, just no points, and it wasn't for lack of, I mean, getting there. They've come extremely close on most of these drives towards the end. Just lack of execution when it matters, lack of ball security came back to haunt them into the end. But man, just a tough pill to swallow if you're head coach Jeff Graham coming this close to coming into Cleveland Heights and taking down the top-ranked Tigers, falling just barely short in a game where the difference was execution.
You've seen this before, I'll say it again. This hurts especially too, because you know there's a quiet bus ride on the way back home and you're going to Dayton. And it's the little things that build up. You come to Cleveland Heights, the score is 6-0. Your defense is doing probably their best defensive efforts they could do. And you know the legacy of Cleveland Heights. You got the Kelsey brothers here, and you put a 6 on the board for the Heights, and you're able to get that and just fall just an inch short.
Victory formation for Heights High. Amir Atkins just sits on it as we await the clock to run out. Not a pretty victory for Cleveland Heights here in week 1. But in sports and in football especially, a win is a win here in week 1. And this is a Trotwood-Madison team that we just talked about it. This is a great historical program. Division II member of the Southwest Conference in Ohio. A very respected program. Cleveland Heights coming out with the victory. They'll improve to 1-0. They defend home turf. This is one Max Stevens will certainly take advancing to that 1-0, but lots of kinks that need to be sorted out within the offense. Defense was stellar tonight.
It's going to be an encroachment here, I believe, on the botch. It will look like a botch snap, but I believe someone on Trotwood-Madison got a hand on it before the ball was snapped.
Dead ball. False start snap infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
That one will go against the Tigers.
They're doing some quick communication and a quick huddle here.
23 seconds on the clock. Just take one more kneel down. Officials correct it, in fact, against the defense.
We'll start the clock on the ready.
So clock will start automatically. And it'll take just one more kneel out for the Tigers to officially put an end to this first week of football action in Northeast Ohio and here at Cleveland Heights High School, where the expectations for this season are through the roof. They'll advance to 1-0. Clock hits triple zeros, and that'll do it. So final at the corner of Cedar and Lee Crawford Field. Cleveland Heights Tigers taking down the Trotwood-Madison Rams by a final score of 6-0. That lone score came in the first quarter on Cleveland Heights' very first possession of the game.
Yeah, just thinking of it too, you see the score at the end, and of course in Cleveland Heights fashion, despite getting hurt, this game was Marquise Davis, the one person to get in the end zone to win. Just an all-effective defensive battle. Just kind of looking at that, that's all that you can ask for in this performance. Able to take advantage of the little things. You know, they always say that about sports. It's the fundamentals, and they were able to read those and shut those down. Able to jump on balls. I mean, how many fumble recoveries?
Try and keep your eyes towards the camera.
Went in defense towards Trotwood as well. And just thinking of that, just that overall effectiveness, I think it was a very good performance there by the defensive there.
Found it down. Huge shout out to Max Stevens and his defense. Really the key factor in tonight's win. First shutout of the season. Shout out for this Tigers defense. That's really what won them this football game. Offense puts up 6 points. Biggest thing on offense, trying to work all this stuff out, practice, watch some film. Hopefully Marquise Davis is okay moving forward. Did not play at all after the second quarter of the game, although we did see him on the field punting, which is a good sign that he'll be able to return to play. Hopefully next week we won't speculate on that further, but Marquise Davis still doing Marquise Davis things despite the injury, working in that one touchdown, the key to victory. So the Tigers coming away 6-0, a sloppy game, but nothing we haven't seen in week ones, and especially in the sport of football, but plenty of great takeaways.
100%, and you just know that they're hitting film this week. And on the defensive side, you're going to talk about what was successful. On the offensive side, what struggled, and you're just going to realize that. And you've got some conference play. You travel to Michigan next week in a very big matchup, so you know, just take a deep breath. If you're this team, you got to understand it's week one. Some of these guys touched the field for the first time, so that's okay. Just, you know, the offensive push there, facing off in a great matchup here coming up next week for the Tigers.
White Tigers will ship off next week out of state to the state of Michigan, take on the MLK Crusaders. That one at Tom Adams Field at Wayne State University, so should be some more good competition for a Tigers team. And like I said, expectations through the roof. This game for them probably didn't go how they expected, but once again, a win is a win. So that'll do it for us here at Crawford Field. Tigers victory in week one, Friday Night Heights. Alongside Matt Lyons, I'm Brennan Kantz. That'll do it for us. Tigers win. Marquise Davis, the lone touchdown scorer en route to victory. Tigers start the season 1-0. They head to Michigan next week, where they look to improve to 2-0.